Welcome to another edition of Coffee with the Goose, where we talk about things that are interesting, fascinating, and irritating. And we'll talk about some stuff that irritates me today. I'm the Goose. So glad you joined me again. We'll start with some good, strong caffeine. My coffee, as you know, very strong, just like my opinion. Got some creamer in there, too, to make it sweet, just like me. All right. What's the latest on Manny Pacquiao? You got me. Like I said, I'm irritated too. It's been, let's see, he fought in July, so it's been 7 months now since he's fought, and we haven't heard a thing. It's maddening, you know, especially because Pacquiao was on the roll. The legend, maybe the greatest fighter ever, beat up a young buck who was 11 years younger than him. He was undefeated. Pacquiao knocked him down in the first round, and you know, he's got part of the welterweight championship of the world. And who's next? Who's next? We have no idea. We just have to continue to be patient. Let's see, that was July 20th. And he said a couple months ago, actually, that his next fight will be in June or July. I think that's what he said. And didn't really give us a hint as to who he was going to fight. We've heard all kinds of rumors. The Conor McGregor rumor drove me nuts. We did a show about that recently, and I tried to put that to bed. So many people want to be the first to say, oh, it's going to be McGregor. No, it's not. It's not going to be McGregor. First of all, McGregor, he loves to put on a show in the ring and out of the ring. He's all about Conor McGregor, and he wants attention, kind of like Mr. Mayweather in a way. However, Mayweather is not a fighter, and McGregor is. Although they did step into the ring here a couple of years ago, but that was all show. Mayweather knocked him out in the TKO in, I think, the 10th round. And McGregor has been served notice that if he does get a fight with Pacquiao, and it won't happen, but if he does, Pacquiao will put him out, you know, lickety-split. Quick like a bunny. It's going to be lights out, and it won't be pretty. So that's not going to happen. You know, McGregor does not want to be humiliated. Now, of course, it's not MMA. McGregor's a beast inside the ring there, but with boxing, come on now. That's not going to happen, and for good reason. Reasons. McGregor doesn't want to be humiliated, and Pacquiao is not going to fight him because he respects the fight game and the fans too much. So who's next? We're still waiting to see. There are a few potential opponents. Most of us wanted to see him take on Errol Spence Jr., but again, we have no idea what's going on with Spence after that horrific car crash in which he was sent sailing through the air and his Ferrari flipped over several times. And we've seen that was October, so November, December, January, February, 4 months, almost March, and one appearance in public by Errol Spence Jr., and that was for a minute or two, and he still looked beat up. I've said this once, and I'll say it again. Although, look, I respect Errol Spence Jr. and his ability. He's a young, undefeated champion. He's a great one. Unfortunately, I think his career is over. You know, again, I've been down that road where, you know, you're thanking God you're still alive and praying to God for a better full recovery. And I don't think McGregor is ever going to fight again, or at least not at that level. So who else is Pacquiao going to fight? Danny Garcia. Pacquiao's trainer, Freddie Roach, said he wants Garcia. That would be a great fight, but you know what? Danny Garcia has shown no signs of wanting to get in the ring with Pacquiao. No. He doesn't need any. Pacquiao likes to end people's careers. He's done it many times, and I don't think Garcia wants any piece of that. And Mikey Garcia, nobody wants to see that fight because that would be a joke. So that leaves two. And these two fighters would be great matchups we'd all love to see. One is Shawn Porter, who lost his title to Errol Spence Jr. last year, and a lot of people thought he won the fight. And A lot of people just love Sean Porter for a couple of reasons. Number one, he's a great champion, and he's a fighter. He doesn't dance around and, just for the lights and, put on a show. No, he's out to beat you up. And he's a great guy. He's a lot like Manny Pacquiao. That's why people like Sean Porter. But who knows? Who knows? The other potential opponent for Manny Pacquiao is Terrence Crawford, another undefeated champion. He is the third title holder in the welterweight ranks. But here's the catch. He is not with the PBC group, which Pacquiao, I think, still is. He is with Bob Arum and Top Rank. And I don't think Bob Arum wants to risk his cash cow in a fight with Manny Pacquiao, even though it would make a gazillion dollars and it would be a fantastic fight. Now, having said that, Terrence Crawford came out recently in an interview, and to his credit, he was very subdued. He wasn't all bombastic and talking trash. I was going to knock the old man out like Keith Thurman did. No, Crawford was very respectful, saying that his people were in talks, currently holding talks with Pacquiao's people. Let's hope that's the case. I have my doubts, but I would love to see that fight. That would be great. And you know what? Again, Pacquiao would be the underdog. Isn't that amazing? The guy's done things that nobody else has done in the boxing field, and still a champion and still feared at the age of 41, but yet he's an underdog. But that would be the case if he fought Terrence Crawford, the Omaha, Nebraska native. I'd love to see that fight. Now, what can we expect here in the next couple of months? Because I think it's going to be another couple of months before we hear anything. I think we've heard all that we're going to hear from Conor McGregor and all those YouTube channels who were touting, we heard it, we think it's going to happen, and even this Kevin Iole from Yahoo Sports, this guy drives me nuts. He said he was the one who actually got a mock poster from Conor McGregor's people and posted it online, or as a tweet, I think it said, "Oh yeah, I think it's going to happen." Kevin Iole, you think that's going to happen? You've lost all my respect as a journalist. You lost it a long time ago, anyhow, because you're in love with Floyd Mayweather for whatever reason. You just you don't give Pacquiao his just what he really the respect that he deserves. So anyhow, we'll see. It's not going to be McGregor. It's not going to be Errol Spence Jr. as much as you and I would love to see that fight, and would love to see McGregor. Errol Spence get a full healthy recovery. It's not going to be Danny Garcia. It's not going to be Mikey Garcia. There's only two. It's either going to be Sean Porter, the great warrior from, I think he's from Cincinnati, isn't he? Yeah. And Terrence Crawford. It's going to be one of those two guys. Count on it. Anyhow, stick with me. We'll continue to bring you facts, not just rumors or what we think we might have heard somebody say or we think might happen. Who knows? We don't know. You don't know. Only the people behind the scenes know. And hopefully it'll either be Sean Porter or Terrence Crawford. Let's keep our fingers crossed. That's it for this edition of Coffee with the Goose. I really appreciate you joining me again. Many more shows to come in a couple of days. Stick with me. We've got a great story out of Manila where the mayor, Isko Moreno, schooled some young kids who were just having fun, sent a guy to the hospital. Interesting story. We'll get into that. And another story from our good friend Rodrigo Duterte. The United States made him mad again, and he took some serious steps. We'll fill you in on that too. Talk to you again very soon. Take care.